Hey everybody, it's Lee Machina. Today we're doing a video on blox fruit, and we're reviewing all the common fruit, so let's get into it. The first one is the kilo fruit. I actually think this fruit's pretty fun. You got the first one, which is, well, first I could get Z, mastery level 1. It's actually it's not that bad. It does 2000 damage with my stats, which is max on fruit, defense and that, not too high, but I think the first attack is this 2100 damage, which isn't even that bad. I think it's pretty fun to play with, because I think it's a pretty fun fruit. It's pretty cool and all. Obviously, if you're trying to fight people at actually your strength, I'm fighting level 700s at the moment. It's probably not going to be that good. Apart from that, I think it's actually pretty good. Mastery level's only pretty low, 70 is not that high, so it'll be good for if you're the first C. But I wouldn't recommend it. It's much better fruits that you can get for basically same price. Let's go to the next one. Up next is the spin fruit. This is the second cheapest fruit, 7,500. Honestly, I think it's actually much better than kilo. If you're at the start and you're either buying kilo or spin, you can just save up the extra 2,500 and get kilo. I mean spin. It's just way better. One, you can fly, which I just think makes it way easier. You can get around easier, everything. First ability is actually, it's pretty good. It's obviously, it's way better than kilos at least. This move is actually pretty cool. I think it's fun. But I didn't even know, and this move is actually kind of goated. Spin bomb. Spinning bomb. It's way better than kilo by everything. It's just way better. It's not much more, 2,500 more. The mastery is quite a bit higher for that one though. It's 90 instead of 75, which I do think makes it a bit harder if you're starting off. I think there's better options, but I guess we'll move into the next one. And the next one is spin. It's the third cheapest one. It's 15,000, and I think this one's also just way better than the last one too. One, it has this. The damage is actually pretty good. I do think all of the ability is just better than both of them, just by every way. Also, it can fly too, and if the NPCs have swords, they can't hit you. Here's an NPC. He can't hit me. It also only has the highest thing is 80, which is lower than spin fruit, which I just think also makes it way better. Because the lower, if you're starting off, you know, the lower it is, it makes it better. I don't think, PvP wise, it's not that great. But if you're fighting people with swords, especially if you just started, it's gonna make grinding way easier than all the other two. I guess the next one. Next up is Spring, which costs 60,000. I think this one's actually pretty cool, especially the last attack. But the one thing is it's 125, which is very high, especially if you're the first C. Its attacks do pretty good damage, especially this one, which is 3,000. But the main one is the V ability. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty cool. Well, out of all of them, it's probably one of the coolest. But to be fair, I just don't think its mastery is just way too high for if you're doing anything. This traveling ability is pretty sucky. You can bounce, but if you hit a wall and it just goes sliding away, you're just going all around the place. You can't really control. Abilities are cool. Damage is fine. I do think Chop and Spin are just way better. I'd put this about the same as Kilo. If you're just gonna get, especially since it's like over double what Chop is. If you're getting any, get Chop out of all these ones. Way better. Next one. Okay, so the next fruit is the bomb fruit, which costs 80,000. I like this fruit. It's actually really good. A lot better for grinding than other fruits. So I'll show you. Max mastery on this is 125, so that's quite high. This one's actually really good. You can hit it from quite far away and just explode them. It does like 3,300 damage for me, which is really good. Almost kills it. This one's also pretty good, which does like 2,400. Not nearly as much damage, but still pretty good. Landmine. Now this is one of the best. This is why I think it's way better. Because you do this, put bombs everywhere. These bombs for me do 1,000 damage each, so you can just drag them over all these, and he just dies. he can't do anything about it, you know. I think it makes way better if you carry them all and drag them all across it. It's actually quite good. Next one is this, which just it does about the same amount of damage as the X ability, but also Legionnaire. So to getting up to places, I think it makes it actually pretty good. But no one cares about these ones. The actual ability is self-destruction. This one does so much damage. If you charge it enough, it can insta-kill him. Which it does like 7,500 damage, which is a lot of damage. Self-destruction, I think this puts it above all of them. I think this so far is the best. Yeah, and the only problem is it has a really high mastery level, so keep that in mind. Next one. The next one is the smoke root, which I actually think is the best fruit out of all of them. I used to use this one. First of all, this one is a elemental type 1, so you can't be hit by people unless they are using Haki, which only happens in the second sea, which I think is really good. The abilities actually do quite a lot of damage. It's 2,600. Smoke blast, which does 2 attack kills, so it's actually pretty good. F ability, which is the flying one. You can just throw bombs and go around them, but they can't do anything to me. Which makes it, I think, one of the best for the first sea. It's absolutely great. You can just fly above them and kill them. 750 damage each one. And then go to the next one. The last ability, which is 750. I don't think it's the best ability, but it's still really good. If you're in the first sea, I recommend this one. And the mastery level is only 50, which is lower than all the other ones. Which I think it makes it the best, the smoke fruit. It's 100,000. So it's a bit on the pricier one, but I think it's worth it. If you get this, if it's in the shop or anything, I recommend getting this if you're in the first sea. Especially, I think it's one of the best for the grey ones at least. It's really good. And the next one. Okay, this is the last one. It's the spike fruit, which costs 180,000. This one, I think, is actually quite one of the funner ones. Because you can do the spike fruit. If you tap it, it has a little spike and it just goes up. It actually does pretty good damage. This is also really good. It's quite a good move. Spiky ball is also really good. I think it's one of my favorites too. Especially out of all the grey ones, it might be one of the coolest looking ones. For the first move, if you hold it down, it makes it way bigger, have a bigger area, and have a giant spike that goes up. But I can show this one too. It actually is pretty good. The last move, just this, and it has a giant spike line. This fruit, I honestly think it's worse. It's probably third best out of all the grey fruits. If you get it, you know, I would recommend just getting a different one like smoke or chop. I think it's way better. If you hold this down, it does do more spikes, and I'm pretty sure it does. You know, it's not the best fruit, but it's also not the worst. If you get it, I would recommend getting a different one now if you're going for the grey ones, especially when you start the game. It's, you know, it's just worth more getting more of it. So if you hold this down, it does more. All these, if you hold it down, it does better. So that's it. That's for all the fruit. I'm gonna do all these, all the one from common to rare. If you guys like this video, I'll do it. If I get 5 likes, I'll do all the rare ones. So like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.